The call. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Bulldogs and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here we go, D, get up.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a big 32-yard play on third. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his first carry, he loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
You.
On second and 12, Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. The numbers for Jones a week ago, 3 catches, 52 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
No gain on the play there, second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ellis. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Mayfield brings him up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Mayfield down. And he finds a man. It's Norton. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 2nd and 11. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown. 3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out. To throw on second down, Winters. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. First down, Mayfield. And Martin's got it, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. 7-7, our score after 1. On 2nd down now, Harding looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From just shy of midfield, Mayfield, throw left side complete. That's Black. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a first down pickup of 8. Mayfield on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
On second down, Harding. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. On third down, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And to give this time to the tailback. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. To throw on third down. Winters. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Winters. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back to throw. Winters. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Jones has it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Mayfield now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ellis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 48 yards away. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Throwing on first down. Winters. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Winters. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think the good offensive coordinators of the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Winters. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the side. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long for Mayfield. Caught by Jones. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harding. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's complete to Martin. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd down, Winters buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Back to throw. Winters. And he's got Walters. Big catch. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winters. And the catch made by Walters. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 36. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. On 1st down, Donnelly. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. The extra point up and good.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 2 touchdowns, 2:16 to play. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
180. 165. Don't get nervous.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This complete to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Throwing, Mayfield finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mayfield. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And it's complete to Martin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run on 1st down. Harding. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. On 2nd and a yard, Mayfield.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. There's the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. They've gone final now in Charlotte, and it was the Panthers that wound up winning that one. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Now a timeout called for by the defense as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. One last shot from Mayfield here. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for London, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This will be taken in at the 1.
Come on now, let's go!
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
15. 64, weak.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go for the... This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 41 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.